Okay, I'm back, YouTube viewers, with another edition of the Big Picture Everybody's Missing Part 2. And it's dealing with things of the country. It's dealing with, as far as contradictions in the country, contradiction in beliefs and principles, and basically overall contradictions. Now, the first one I want to get to, as far as about this religion. As you notice lately, a lot, as you watch on CNN and other news stations, but in particular CNN, but mainly the news stations that's hardcore in politics, you see it's mainly based around religion. And as far as Obama getting attacked, you know, as far as him coming from a Muslim background and possibly be the terrorist and all this other nonsense. Now, Obama's getting attacked for, you know, possibly being a Muslim or a possible terrorist, but the truth is, it's a lot of people right here in this country are terrorists. They terrorists to themselves. They terrorists, they terrorists to this country by the thieves that's robbing from mothers or robbing from people. The thieves stealing from people, taking from people within this country. Them being an American citizen themselves, taken from the country. Those are terrorists right there. Mainly people who don't live for God, people who are immoral, do things without a sense of regret or remorse. Those people are terrorists. So to look at Obama and say, "Are you a Muslim, a possible threat, or a terrorist?" We got homemade terrorists right here in this country. Those who don't, like I said, try to have a sense of morality about the things that they do as far as in life, period. So that right there is to point out about terrorists right here in our home who are American citizens, who grew up right here in America. A lot of terrorists here, a lot of, you know, bankers or whatever, a lot of congressmen doing under the table schemes and plots and bribes, which it talks about in Isaiah chapter 1, 21 through 26 about America and their leaders. You know, doing a lot of illegal stuff, making a profit off the poor people. You know, those people there are terrorists. You know, they terrorizing the poor or the middle class. As far as a lot of people fear the taxes is going to be raised and they're not going to be able to afford to pay for their homes and their mortgages. Those people are terrorists as well. So there's something to look at as far as terrorists. You got a lot of American terrorists. More American terrorists than we do Islamic terrorists. I mean, a lot of homemade right here. Okay. Now, number two, as far as when congressmen get sworn in office, as Obama refused to, as far as the alleged story goes, how he refused to get sworn in on the Bible. Where there's a lot of congressmen right now today, they got sworn in on this same book and don't apply the principles and beliefs of this book to their lifestyles nor to their judging as far as their decision making. They judge based on their own understanding instead of the understanding of God, which is the overall understanding of the universe, purpose in life, and much, much more. So these same congressmen get sworn in on this book but don't apply those principles and beliefs in their lives and into the people. Now let me ask you this. When have you ever saw on C-SPAN in Capitol Hill where the congressmen, the Senate, they say, "Hey, let's all pray about the matter. Let's all pray about the situation." I mean, let's not forget, we one nation under God, right? At least that's what a lot of people claim. Or did they put that quote in there just to make themselves look good? You know, just to make us look like, hey, we this Christian-based country. So there's something to think about as well. So, like I said, these congressmen get sworn in on this same book, but don't apply those principles to their lives, nor in Capitol Hill. Capitol Hill should be based around God. Capitol Hill should be based around the beliefs and principles of the Bible. There should be a lot more prayer in Capitol Hill. If a lot of those congressmen prayed about the issues that's addressing America, I'm sure a lot of those issues will be resolved. But since they're so, in their pride and arrogance, so focused on leadership that I can do it, without God, which Bush said in his State of the Union address in his last one, that we are a self-governed country. And that's the problem with a lot of the congressmen. A lot of politicians is they so much full of themselves, having this self-ambition, trying to do it without God. And Abraham Lincoln quoted, I remember reading his book, where Abraham Lincoln quoted in a declaration, I believe in 1776 or 1886, I'm not sure what the year, but his exact words were, "We are a country that has grown in great wealth, power, and number, but yet we have forgotten God." And these are Abraham Lincoln's words. A lot of people forgot that God is the one that grew this country and made this country so powerful and strong. But yet, it's a whole lot of secularists that's trying to invade and take over. And that brings another point that I must mention. As far as all the different secularists, the same congressman that gets sworn in on the Bible, but yet allowing gay marriages, allowing abortions, allowing drug use, but yet these same leaders that get sworn in on this book does not apply the principles in that book to their lives nor to others. When have you ever heard in the State of the Union address where it's a lesson being taught from the Bible, principles in the Bible being taught? When have you ever heard that? When have you ever watched on C-SPAN where all the leaders in the Senate getting together and reading scripture? Or all, like I said, back to the original, all praying together. One nation under God is claimed in the Pledge of Allegiance, but yet you the United States of America. Why are we not the United States of Jesus Christ, of God? Like I said, why are we in a pledge allegiance to a flag? Why would you pledge loyalty or allegiance to a flag? Why would we not pledge allegiance to Jesus Christ of God? All these things right here to point out and bring up as far as our leaders, as far as in Congress and Capitol Hill. And if I was president, each time y'all hear me give a State of the Union address, y'all will always hear me mention and bring up God. Each time there's an issue that addresses this country, I would have advised everybody, let's all pray together. I would have the Senate to pray, the Speaker of the House. I would have everybody in Capitol Hill to pray. We all bow our head in prayer over C-SPAN. And everybody that's watching C-SPAN also bow their head down in prayer. Where we all go to God and seek advice and seek His counsel on how to resolve the issues that face America. So ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the big picture that everybody's missing, part 2. And the next segment I'm going to bring, If I Was President. And I'm sure you'll enjoy that as well. So, hope y'all enjoyed this segment. And as always, I depart saying these words: peace be unto you, and Christ for life.